accept the minutes. To accept the minutes of the February 15th regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Phil, second by Melissa. Is there any discussion? There,
Are we changing that motion?
so yeah, Phil mentioned before, just before the meeting started, that there was on page 4, 5, it's 5, 4, there was some of
I can
the
turn out the
discussion that we had about the Up Island building was included in the motion. I think we just want to break that out and have that be a bullet point, probably above. Not going to be chronological order because that discussion happened after the motion was made, but it is part of the rationale for why folks voted the way they did. And so if we put that on a bullet before, I think we'll be good to go. You happy with that, Phil?
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Visitor comments and petitions. We have a few people, no one's here in person on Zoom. Anybody here with a visitor comment or petition that we should take up now? Hearing none. Ferry service update. I don't have any update. I know that John King is planning on coming back in a month or so, and we're gonna have a meeting with the ferry service about the new boat to talk about their plans for the boat and what type of input the community can provide and how we can help them hopefully come up with the best boat that we can. But that is just a work in progress. I know John reached out to them. They're happy to have the meeting. We're just waiting for him to get back and to schedule it. And I think they're still in the design phase right now. So that's the only update I have.
There was a meeting yesterday by Zoom of the emergency boat committee.
Oh, how did that go, Phil?
Yeah, that was fun. John Kane's gonna approach MMA to see if they'd be interested in being part of the staffing operation for the boat. And Earl is going to.
Oh, Maine, I'm thinking of Maine Municipal Association. Maritime Academy.
I'm sorry. And Earl's gonna go to, what is it, 28
Front
Front
Street.
Street?
Oh, yeah.
And try to get some cost estimate on what it would be
For the cost.
for the boat. But there are two parts to the boat, and there's the boat itself, but then there's the equipping of the boat. And that can be as much as the boat.
Yeah, depending on what you put on it. And I think that there, a lot of that legwork has already been done by a group that was thinking about this ahead of time, the Arcadia Alliance. I sat in a bunch of calls and meetings with them, with Front Street and with the DOT. And so I think some of those numbers are gonna be, they'll probably have to be updated, but will be available.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
so that would be good.
So that's basically what came out of it, and we're gonna meet in 6 weeks on April something or other.
April 5th,
April 6th.
Oh, that's April 5th, coming up.
yeah, Wednesday.
We had to get permission from Kerry as to what date we could meet.
That's right, it's,
Someone's gotta keep track of it all. Thanks, Gary. Anything else, Phil?
No?
Sounds good. Sounds like the ball is rolling forward. No sealable rise update, because Shay is not here. No municipal building project update tonight. Lauren is not here. Upcoming meetings and subcommittee reports. There's a planning board meeting on March 13th. We're gonna start budget workshops. That is a week from today. So the excitement begins. I'm sure we blast this on Constant Contact and share it, but I know it seems every year we have folks show up at a town meeting who are unfamiliar with the budget, who want to talk through things that we go through in depth in the budget. And I just want to make sure we put it out there and invite everyone to come and have a conversation with us while we're in the budget committee process, when it's easier to think about things and change things if needed. So.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure if this year we're going to. Last year, Michael Hutchison helped us and, showed the budget on the screen for people to see.
Yep.
Right.
I don't know if he can do that this year. We've not yet talked with him.
I can do that.
Maybe Carrie can do it. Carrie's already ready, it sounds like. So I think that's a really helpful thing. If folks are following along at home, to be able to see what we're looking at and talking about, and just say, oh, here's the page in the budget. And I think we posted it in advance so they could download it.
Yeah, I hope to have it done next Monday,
Okay.
so it won't be.
Well, I just mean, even if it's posted like the evening of, so if somebody sits in on the call, they can
Yeah.
go to a link and download it and say, oh, we're on page 5.
Or
and they'll be
we'll
looking
have
at the same-
copies here, you know,
Yeah.
people can
Yeah.
come in here.
Well, you know, I like it.
I know, Phil. Don't-
Okay, budget workshops. Anything else on budget workshops? What time are we starting?
5.
5 o'clock. And I made up a revised schedule, just that we're not going to be going over the health center the first night. Dory's not back from vacation, so I want to make sure she's here.
Okay.
So.
What is on the agenda for the 8th?
General government, fire, public safety. And if we wanted to, if those things went quickly, except there's a selectmen's meeting, maybe not, on the 8th? No, it's not until the 15th, yeah.
15th.
There's a select board, meeting. So we have more time if there's no select board meeting. So if you want to continue on into health and welfare, public works, something like that.
We'll see how
Yeah.
we progress. Hard to say. Until
I have to say without
maybe it'll go quickly and maybe sometimes it doesn't go as quickly.
29.
I would like, if possible, because like on because the 15th is the select board's meeting, so that one should have like the shorter chunk of it.
Yeah.
And maybe only like health center and what was it, roads and like public works maybe should be,
Let's see
And
what's
that.
left over after the 8th.
yeah.
Maybe,
And then move the other ones down to the 22nd. Just split it,
yeah,
just that way. Like, I love hanging out with you guys twice a month.
it's mutual.
And we
Not
love
as much as I
checking out.
know.
Yeah, I think maybe the best thing to do is we can talk about it on the 8th when we figure out how far we get, and we'll try to set the agenda for the 15th and limit according to the time that we have, so we're not overdoing it.
And you can stay here all night.
We could, but I think that doesn't sound like there's a lot of collective will for that. Staying, I'm not.
See, I'm one of those people that either let's do 12 hours and done, and I don't have to see you guys the rest of the month, or like 2 hours at a stretch.
We learn about Wichita,
Well,
you weren't here.
We can talk
How
about,
about we learn about Wichita, you weren't here.
No. I have a ton more.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Sorry.
that's okay. Anyway, we're moving on, town manager report, Janet.
All right, I've given you the agenda for for tonight's meeting, the minutes of February 15th. Handouts of the warrant, minutes of the January 10th Energy Committee meeting, minutes of the February 14th Lighthouse Restoration Committee meeting, minutes of February 14th Municipal Building Project Committee meeting, and we just talked about budget workshops. And I'll try to have the draft ready Monday in the health center. Under correspondence, I have in your packet, a copy of the Waldo County Commissioners 2023 tax bill of $850,867.17, which is an increase of $68,063.16. Which will be due late November 2023. I have an email from February 24th from Carrie as secretary to the Harbor Committee stating that Dylan Purington is the new harbor chair and Ken Smith is the new vice chair, just so you know. And we received, and I think everybody did, an email from Dave mentioning he was not going to renew his contract. Not gonna
Give
renew
folks a
it.
chance to
Yeah.
throw their hat in the ring for the upcoming town meeting.
Yeah, very sad, but I get it, you know, and your sage guidance over the years.
I was gonna say, if that's all it is, then, you know, I expire in 2023, so I could just not, and you could stay. If you just wanna make sure that there's room for new people.
You could, no, I've
That's
got,
not quite the
No,
whole
that's
thing.
not what it is.
no, I've got too much going on.
I know.
As
I
you
just
know.
figured, look at me, I really would sacrifice for you.
I know you, I know.
And I have one more thing for Gabriel Cohen from the Waldo County Municipal Devotion certificate, the 2023 Spirit of America Foundation tribute. This certificate is awarded to Gabriel Pendleton from the Waldo County Commissioners for the dedicated service you have provided to your town and our county. You have sacrificed a lot of time and energy being contacted by constituents 24/7, responding to emergencies, and deserve special recognition. Thank you for all that you do for the people in your municipality. Signed, Betty Johnson, William Shorey, and Amy R.
Well,
Fowler.
that's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, very nice.
From the commissioners. That's nice. Thank you. Other than that, I don't know. Old business, Albro looking ahead. I don't have an updated draft on that. I'd like to, I'm gonna have to push it off again. Did we talk about trying to set a town meeting date? When do we usually set the town meeting date?
Waiting.
Well, yeah, after the budget, so, you know,
Or we
in case,
wait until?
yeah, just in case
We
you go
put it on
long.
I don't remember.
And if there's anything, seems like from past years, there's been things going on that we were kind of waited to push it back.
Right.
I mean, last year was June. I mean, it used to be March, but
Right.
that's gone by.
Well, we could always push it until June 2024.
Huh?
We
That's the doors.
sure could.
I can just keep them.
Oh, I do.
I just.
Yeah, you can, then we'll work with Melissa to set a date, you know, make sure it's available. That's always the other
Right,
issue.
I can tell you when graduation is,
Congratulations,
June 23rd.
June 23rd.
Yeah, cause last year prom got in the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Because
So
we
the
had
June
prom with
23rd
kids.
is a Friday.
June 23rd is a Saturday.
It says it's a
June
Friday.
3rd, not
I thought
23rd.
they said
Third.
23rd.
Third,
June 3rd, you are correct. It's a Saturday.
yeah, which is
Um,
exciting. We're having graduation on a Saturday,
What is normally a Sunday?
Sunday. And so,
Oh,
but this way.
Oh, no, not
Who-
that.
Do we know who the speaker is for graduation yet?
No. Not even sure who's all graduating yet. Joking, joking,
no,
joking.
yes. Careful there, secret.
Yeah.
And, no, we have a really great class.
Every year though.
Sure.
So I mean, it could be in May, so I mean, you
Yeah.
can think about it, how soon. Oh, I see.
What?
You want it in April?
Oh, I don't want it in April, but
No.
the baby
Yeah.
is due the end of May. So
Oh, yeah, let's make that a, I remember
I was gonna say, I just,
Chloe's last being pregnant, sitting on the stage at the town meeting.
yes, July was the due date.
Very,
Actually,
How late in May? Are we talking like 30th? Are we talking like 20th?
30th,
Cool. The 20th is open.
20th might be a good day.
or 13th and the 20th. There's no reason. We just have to backdate things and make sure the town report can be
Done.
done. Yeah, that's all.
Those both seem like reasonable.
And it's
days.
before Memorial Day, which was the
Yeah.
other thing that messed us up last time. But prom hasn't been set yet, so if you guys
We'll
set
block
it
off
ahead of
those
time,
dates.
right? Because last time we waited too long and that was part of the
Right, we were at the
So what was the date you picked on?
13th or the 20th.
13th. 13th it is.
13th?
Sounds good.
Oh,
And then we'll have a fallback date if somehow we can't get our things lined up as far as timing goes.
We can make it happen.
do we all become aunts and uncles for the baby?
Woo,
Yes, I mean, but along with that comes a babysitting responsibility.
sold.
And gifts.
Yeah,
Oh.
yes.
Oh, you know what I can get you? A baby Dane.
That's what every baby needs.
Yes.
We just got a dog.
Congratulations.
You didn't have one before?
We did, our dog died a couple of years ago. We haven't gotten a new dog until a couple of weeks ago. We just got a new dog.
Baby-proof dog or a baby?
The dog, yeah, it's a good dog,
Rescue?
a rescue dog, but a very sort of
Nice.
gentle and, friendly dog.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, he's excited about it.
I'm just gonna need a puppy.
Yeah, so he's got one now.
Good.
The, on to the website update. Has there been any movement on this?
Well,
Paige talked about, thinking about this a little
then
bit.
I think he left the company.
Yeah, he did.
But I'm still trying to collect data. I just had a today from someone else on the listserv, someone from Windsor who was doing the same thing, but it sounds like they're looking for information on, they want to change their website and update it and who's looking for information. So,
I think maybe the bigger piece is the email hosting.
no.
I think that was the issue that was the
Yeah.
issue that Shay had. The website is a much bigger and more in-depth question about like how much time and energy does the town want to spend on updating the website?
I think I heard back from MMA and they talked about and some use Gmail for email hosting,
Right.
Yeah.
but it's now $12 per month. This is Northport. It's $12 per month per email address. They had to close 50 email addresses, but deleted a whole bunch when they're no longer free.
How many do we have? 30?
I don't remember if Paige said
You said 20-ish, I thought.
20 something.
I think he estimated about 30 active emails.
So that'd be 30 times 12 times 12.
Right. But I'm looking for more information, and I think someone at MMA was going to get back to me. I've heard from Corinth, they use something, SJ Rollins, Turner, for Northport is Gmail, and someone else uses,
Yeah.
Windsor's looking for something.
You know, Paige was skeptical about large companies like Google and Microsoft. It does seem like, the other thing he was saying was that he was trying to get the town in a situation where they didn't have to call in when something went wrong. And it feels like some of the big players have the support network in place so that if something goes wrong, you could call them up and they will fix it.
And just pay.
Yeah, you pay more for that.
So,
And there's obviously data security issues, and other things that Paige mentioned, but I don't know, I personally wouldn't be shied away from going somewhere like Gmail. And perhaps the town doesn't really need 30 email addresses, I don't know, maybe it does, and that's, 4,000 and change a year or so. Or maybe there's something in the middle, and I'm sure Paige has ideas about things, and he's had a couple off the top of his head. I don't know what the cost differential is or anything else, but I think it would be good, and switching over the emails to somewhere that's a little bit more reliable is probably a good thing to do in the short term, and then the website is probably a conversation for the budget. And as well as a conversation for how much time do people in town have to spend on the website. I mean, it's not like you have piles of
That's
free
it.
time to spend writing stuff for the website,
or
So-
Tina.
or Tina,
No,
or,
it's hard.
or anybody for that matter.
Is Dave learning any of this stuff? What
Well,
Tina does? To help back over?
She's probably showing him. Carrie knows about putting, things on Constant Contact and
And the website.
the website,
Mhm.
so we can send it to you. But just have to go through me first to make sure people aren't.
But is Dave also participating?
I don't know if he is at this point yet.
Okay.
I think she was training Carrie, had been training Carrie before Dave came on the scene. We roll people in slowly with the new. Can you do this?
Kind of gender oriented here.
Huh?
Gender
He's
oriented?
doing everything. He is a great addition.
I know.
It's nice to have him and his CEO skills around. But it's ongoing, yes, but we are getting near, budget season to think about. So we could, if we did go to Gmail, we would know it might be, I need to get a count of the addresses.
It sounds like $5,000 would cover all the email addresses for the year if we, or probably any service. I suspect Gmail is on the high side. It's also worth thinking about whether or not they have their email accounts set up for municipalities or government. I think Paige was right to be concerned about the risk of losing data that's supposed to be preserved. And so I suspect they have that capability where you can't really delete things. But worth asking the question. Cause there's all sorts of government agencies and towns and everything that have to deal with FOA and FOIA and making sure
Yeah.
the documents
Yeah.
are safe, so. I suspect that if Gmail doesn't, someone has a ready-made out-of-the-box setup that will preserve the records for the town. Guess that's it. No new business, no other business. Anything else from anybody who's on the Zoom call? Hearing none. Next on the agenda is approving warrant number 18 for year 2023. Do I have a motion? Moved by Phil. Second by Melissa. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Bye.
No appointments today. Chair comments, no chair comments. The Vice chair here today, Melissa, comments. No comments from Melissa, and Phil gets the last word.
Well, just sorry that you won't be with us for another year at least. But
Thanks, Phil. I'll be around if you need me. I'm not gonna be very far away.
good luck with the baby.
Hey, thank you. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. Second. Hi.
Aye. Oh, that's sweet.
Everybody's back in school?
Yeah.
That's nice.
And so